Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage. We'll take a look at games, chat about the gaming news in the industry, and of course, stream for fun. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to do these every so often. These are going to be short reviews, and my wife's helping me actually do some gameplay and stuff while I chat. I know you guys have wanted me to actually have some gameplay, but I personally can't do that with how my brain is, and so yeah, our first one is going to be Coral Island. This one came out not too long ago. This one is on Game Pass. She's played about 5 to 7 hours, and this is kind of like a short review. So every so often we'll do kind of a short review with some stuff that she's written out. And this is a game that started as an indie game on Kickstarter, and they did have quite a few goals. But their pledge goal was only $70,000, which is pretty small for a game, but they made $1.6 million, so there's a lot of people really excited about this. And this is a like a Stardew game where there's like a farming sim, and you can have relationships, or you can focus on things or whatever, or you can even get married. And there's 36,000 backers to this. And yeah, they reached every single goal to add things into the game. So like, they added mini games, bug catching, expanding a museum, NPC seasonal outfits, creating a console and Switch port for the game, which is what you're seeing now. There's also an underwater village. The kids actually grow up in the game. There's mod support as well, which is awesome. They even included multiplayer. And then there's beach and festival outfits, and dateable characters. They also added 4 new characters once they got enough backing for it all. There's a Merfolk Kingdom. There's island hopping, which is end game. And then after that, it was just continuing to polish the game as they were getting more and more money. So yeah, they ended up getting 1.6 million when their goal was just 70,000. So quite a few people were excited by this. This was created by Stairway Games, and again, this game came out just recently. And so yeah, very much like Stardew, this is on Game Pass. The actual price tag is about $30, and if you have Game Pass, you know, you can pick it up, I think, for $23.99 or $24. And yeah, with everything that she's played so far, she hasn't really encountered any bugs. And yeah, it starts off very similar to Stardew Valley, where you're kind of dropped into town, you're exploring a little bit. They do have a map too, which is nice, and you're starting to meet the characters of the town and stuff. And you first inherit land from a relative. The idea is to improve the town, and also to make friends and build relationships. And you're also competing with a giant corporation. And yeah, so far there hasn't been any bugs that she's seen. She, as you can see, the art style is actually pretty detailed, a whole lot more than Stardew is. And they've done also really good caricatures and things like that. So they've really put a lot of work and time into this game, and I think they got a heck of a lot more support than what they were counting on. I don't know exactly how long this game was in for development, but honestly, it's definitely got a lot of refinement to it, which is great. And 1.6 million to make this, I think, is wonderful. They got way more money than they were expecting. There is kind of a passage of time for the game, so like it's at a good pace and stuff, and it really doesn't feel too fast or too slow. It's just kind of like a good casual pace, kind of like Stardew. And there's also diving in the game. There's bug catching in the game. You can go fishing. There's different equipment and gear that you can get, which is really cool. There's also character customization, which you got to see at the beginning of this video. And then some things that she wished there had been some improvements on or added to the game was some customization for clothes. As there really isn't too much of that. You know, there's a little bit with hairstyles, and there's a little bit with some other things, but yeah, for clothes, it's fairly generic. Also, the map is fairly hard to navigate. I've even seen her struggle with that, of just like she thinks she can get somewhere on the map, and she heads that way, and it's like a dead end or something. And so yeah, the map isn't the best laid out, kind of like an Elden Ring game map almost, where it's a little more detailed in some sections and blocks you off when you think you'll be able to pass through. You also can't decline side quests other than errands that are on the bulletin board. So it is nice. Okay, there's of course some main story missions and stuff, which is great, but you're unable to decline a lot of the side quests in the game. So if you're wanting to focus or run through some things in a particular way, the game forces you to play through certain aspects of it that maybe you don't necessarily want to do. So you got to work through those in order to get to the next thing that you're looking for in the game. There is also supposed to be a big update coming. Again, their top goal was about 1.2 million, and they got over 1.6. And but so far, there's no word on what this is going to be and what it's exactly going to do, how big it's going to be, or when it's coming. So again, this game did just come out. It's only been out for like maybe a week or a couple of weeks. And, oh, it's been longer than that? Okay. And, but yeah, this update will be coming maybe later this year at the earliest. Maybe in the fall time, but probably sometime next year, as again, it's not a huge crew that's working on it. Again, this is just a small indie developer, but so far the quality of the game is really good. If you really enjoy Stardew or other games like it, my wife, she highly recommends it for folks, and she wouldn't necessarily pay exactly full price of $30, but she'd maybe pay like $20 or $25 if you guys don't have Game Pass. Of course, too, yeah, you have your own little cottage as well. And again, it starts very much just like she wrote out here as like Stardew, where you can grow tons of stuff. You can work on your farm and your building and getting furniture and gussing it up. Probably even expanding it too, to an extent. And honestly, it's been pretty good. So I'll work on letting her play here for a little bit. And yeah, that's all I got to share for now. But yeah, we'll let you guys see some gameplay. And I'll have the chat open too, folks. Oop, wrong phone. But yeah, collecting resources takes a while, huh? Mm. She beats it. That's actually really cool. They give you a weather channel in the game so you can see that. You had how many to meet? Oh, wow. Gives you an idea, though, what your house could look like. That's crazy. Yeah, so there are areas in the game too that you have to like clean up or gain access to as you get further into the game. Um, but yeah, you can slowly work on opening up the rest of the map in sections, and it gives you some progression to work toward instead of just crops or relationships too. There's also some exploration and some areas to get to in this game. So yeah, that's some gameplay there, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll do some more of these as my wife plays some other games. There are a few others that she's looking at, and you can always follow us at Gaming Garbage 22 over at YouTube. Don't forget to, we also have a Twitch at Don't Tread on Thee, and then we also have a Discord, not just to mingle and chat, but also to find other folks to play with, regardless of game or platform. So, with that, folks, hopefully you guys are beating the heat like us, and we'll see you on the next one.